We went to Wyoming to the Grand Tetons 3 times as a kid. I was 6, 9, and 12. Well, when I was 12, those of you my age, we grew up a lot differently than having your parents have you on some type of electronic leash. And I don't know if we ever actually talked about it, but I figured out early that if I went to school, kept my grades up, and didn't get brought home by the police, I could pretty much do about what I wanted. So anyway, we're in Wyoming and I'm 12, and we're in the campground, we're in tents, and there's like my uncle and my aunt, and there's just a slew of us kids. Anyway, my cousins, it was way too many people, and it was not a good time as it turned out, and we had the wrong mix of people. Anyway, I would always check the phone booth for coins, because at the time you had to put the money in to get the operator, and then if you had the charges reversed, you would hang up the phone, and it would take a second or 3 for the phone to kick the money back out into the coin return. Well, if you're not paying attention, you hang up the phone and you don't think about it, and you leave it, and there's money in the coin return. So I would religiously go to all the phone booths and check the coin returns. And sometimes I found 40, 50, 70, $1. And at the time, you could buy a soda and 2 candy bars and still have change. So it was like hitting the mother lode. I still remember that. It was awesome. Now, I have a second phone booth story that I have told on Facebook, but I'm going to tell it here for those of you who are not on Facebook. And maybe you don't forget this. The local pizza place is called Porky's. And I lived not exactly right around the corner, but in the next block down. So there was a phone booth right at the corner of the 76th station at the sidewalk right next to Porky's. And at the time, you could call, the phone booth had a phone number that you could call, and the phone would ring. So I'm in high school, and I don't have a girlfriend. I'm a loser. So my brother Kurt and I are home, where I'm putting together my Sunday inserts for the Sunday paper, because they didn't come in a package, they came individually, and you had to hand insert the some bitches. So I would do that on Saturday night. I had like 140 papers, so it was a chore. So, we're watching TV, and I'm doing the inserts, and my parents aren't home. God knows where they are. Well, I used to call the phone booth and just talk shit. So I called the phone booth one night, and we got the music on. My parents always had really good, my dad always had good stereo. So we had probably the loudest stereo in the neighborhood. And so we got the music on, and I called the phone booth, and this guy answers. And I said, "Oh man, we're having a big party. We're on Devonshire. Here's the address," and it's a fake address because I'm not going to give my real address. And I give him an address that is not in the sequence on the block. And I got the music on loud. We're saying, "Oh man, there's women here and beer, and dude, you need to come by." So he says, "Okay, I'll be right there." And so we turn the lights off, turn the TV off, turn the stereo off, and we hide. And 2 or 3, 4, 5 minutes later, we hear a biker motorcycle start coming down the street and slowing down right about where the address should be. And of course it's not there. There's no party. There's no nothing. He rides up and down the block 3 or 4 times and leaves. And we're laughing our asses off thinking, Christ Jesus, we got this guy on the hook. So being that I'm never one to leave well enough alone, I wait 2 or 3 more minutes, and I call the phone booth back. And the same guy picks up, and I said, "Dude, I thought you were coming. Where are you? We're here. We're partying." And music on, all this shit. And he says, "Dude, what's the address?" And I said, Dude, you must have written it down wrong. And I give him the wrong address again. And 2 or 3 minutes later, he's running up and down the street again. And Curtis and I are laughing so hard we're down here ready to pee our pants. and then you could just see the guy just roar away, and I didn't dip into the well a third time. I thought, I need to leave well enough alone, and I missed my brother. It's his birthday today, and I'm going to post this actually today. He was really about the best goddamn brother you could ever have. We had such good times. We went on 2 long motorcycle rides. So once up to Washington State when I was married to the She-Devil, and then once afterwards when him and I went to Canada, which was a great, great ride. I'd love to do that again. Up to Jasper and stuff. I mean, we were gone for 2 weeks. It was awesome. Anyway, my brother was a good man. I miss him every day. Anyway, there's Storytime with Joe about the phone booth, and there you go.